Yeah.
Yeah, I'm broadcasting.
What color?
Red.
Red?
Yeah. Got the underground king. Conor McGregor was crazy as hell.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Jets going up against the Bills. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go play action here on first down. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
They run with a rookie. Here's Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they ask their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Second and 5. Throwing, Osweiler. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Marcus Peters is a former first-round pick who has great anticipation and tremendous ball skills.
Third down and 5.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot now! Green, 39! Green, 39! Over! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Osweiler. Well, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
That's when you got 2 chips on your resume, man.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Taylor. And incomplete to open things up. So pass interference, partner with all the rule changes. It is hard to be a defender in the pass game.
Brandon, is tough in college. It's a lot harder in the NFL. You can't touch him after 5 yards downfield. You can't touch him while the ball's not in the air. You can't touch him at all until the ball is at the receiver's hands. Very difficult to be a defender in today's NFL.
A first carry now. This is Hill. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, second down.
On the big guy.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Taylor, they set up the screen to Hill. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. They'll sneak it with Taylor. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
All right, well. I'm just straight, man.
Now a first carry for their fullback. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knocked people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now Hill. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
He may have had some offseason foot surgery, but that hasn't prevented Sammy Watkins from being Sammy Watkins, and that's special.
And when we see him before the game running the route tree, looked like the same Sammy Watkins to me that we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and I think he's going to just keep getting better and better. I love his explosiveness off the line of scrimmage as he starts his routes.
Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it with Hill. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Jeremy Hill, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT. And his throw is incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Play action. Now Osweiler. They'll roll him out right. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Nelson Aguilar, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Nick Folk for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. On the defensive side, the starters for the New York Jets, Charles.
Let's start with their rookie linebacker, Darren Lee. Played cornerback, if you can believe that, in high school for a while, and uses that same speed at the linebacker position. Hard to block because he's hard to find.
Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Defense taking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Now Taylor. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And this one's incomplete. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5.
Come on, let's go. Red 38.
To throw again is Taylor. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down.
No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And able to find Conley. And he's brought down after a good gain. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's the rookie from Ohio State, Adolphus Washington, in there to drop him. And that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. On second down, here's Osweiler. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Third and long, it's Osweiler. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it. And pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got... Gotta be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now Osweiler on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Dumps off to Powell. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. They come up in an offset eye. Now it's Osweiler. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Derrick Henry with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. Hill, the lone setback. And the D looking like they may blitz. Taylor, the left side caught by Diggs. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Come on, let's go.
On 2nd down, Taylor. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Three yards left to grab here on 3rd down.
Let's go. What? None. What? None. Three down. Ohio.
They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go. Ohio.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. There goes Jeremy Hill. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jeremy Hill with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They begin with Henry. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Is she fat or something?
Let's go. 3-19.
Anita?
Osweiler. Caught here by Conley.
Oh,
and
too
he'll
far?
be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Fresh set of downs here. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back to Buffalo after this.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll throw on 1st down with Osweiler. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Austin Safarian Jenkins. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here come the Bills. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. They'll get 23 yards there, and it'll be a Buffalo first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They set up the screen to Hill. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
You have to give some credit because he broke some tackles in order to get that big pickup. But maybe it's a little bit more than the lost art of tackling. Reared its ugly head on that play. And the end result, a big-time pickup of yardage.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. That'll bring up second down. Second and 10 now. It's Taylor looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They come out here in the eye.
No. Check. Patriot. Over. Now let's go. Back in.
A first down carry for Henry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go. Gun. Here we go. Check. Patriot.
On second down, Osweiler. He's got nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series. 3rd and 13.
All right, here we go.
Play action. It's Osweiler. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Osweiler. That one complete to Anderson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd down following the run. Hill, the lone setback. Now Taylor to the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. And this is caught by Watkins. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And his pass incomplete. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on! Ohio!
On 3rd down, Taylor. And he's able to find Diggs. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down. Now Taylor on 1st down. He's got Watkins on the out route. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Shift together here from the D-line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Osweiler. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 10 now. Osweiler surveying the field. His throw incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down.
Set. B-19. B-19. Over.
From the gun, it's Osweiler. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
How to be 6'7", be able to see over coverages into open windows. Brock Osweiler just did that with the slant route.
With that height, was also a great basketball player. Gonzaga, as you know, actually offered him a scholarship in high school for hoops.
Hard to believe he didn't take that. Decided he wanted to play football.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. On second down, here's Osweiler. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying for his running back, Bilal Powell. And that takes us from second to third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Third and long, it's Osweiler going for the deep ball. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked by T.J. Green, the rookie safety. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Watkins alone on the left side. Taylor looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Hill. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack. Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now Taylor. And this is caught by Watkins. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Back to the ground. It's Hill. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
On second down, Taylor. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. They go back to the under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Adolphus Washington in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Let's go. Blue landed. Back there in that Philly. Here we go. Here we go. Green touching that 40.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Osweiler on second down. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And quickly they get to the line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
On third down, Osweiler. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back now in Buffalo. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing now, Osweiler on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Preston Brown in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016.
Back there!
second down. Here's Henry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Osweiler to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry. And it's fourth down.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Watkins alone on the left side. On second down, here's Taylor. Underneath here to Hill. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. But with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
Now a pitch out to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the pickup, and it's first down, Buffalo.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They come up in an offset eye. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner,
Oh, you fucking
how
with my
about
box?
when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
On second down, Hill. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. What's done it? What's done it? I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And that is is incomplete.
throws it
The
in.
Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Derrick Henry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Now Folk for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This will be taken about the 12. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do and the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Watkins alone on the left side. Now it's Taylor. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Defense showing blitz.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. They go play action with Taylor. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. And New York set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play, that's going to hurt.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, gun.
Oh, Osweiler going to throw it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs. The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On third down, Osweiler. And able to find Conley. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Goes underneath for Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Blue, landing.
Throwing again, Osweiler. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Detroit.
Again, Osweiler. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. A road win in the National Football League.
Portraiture in a human form, doodle of a 2-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and amused from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth who refused to belong. No name nuisance, who's in a bedroom, who's in a brand new CUNY. Commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale, might zone out to the app of the magpie, unseen hand dragging a graphite, cross contour, a little bit of backlight, black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2, then it's off to a school where it's all you get to, being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom doing menial jobs, plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod, distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light, I left some will the spirit away, I let my fears materialize, I let my skills deteriorate, haunted by the thought of what I should have been, continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and with any condition with
everybody at least ready up
snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky, it's
Say again.
No, Fat Boy the last one they got to play. So
Oh,
just
for this week?
yeah, so I sent him a message saying you the last one they got to play. And then as soon as you ready up, then you straight until he plays.
Say what?
I say just make sure you're ready up so then when he's done, we can advance.
All right, no worries.
Man, Tyrod was pissing me off, man.
Yeah, our boy did the same thing for me. You
Yeah,
gotta pick the safe. You want to throw it like that.
Tyrod missed a lot of passes. Like, one of your interceptions, he overthrew the dude. I'm like, what are you doing?
Seen it.
Like, come on. You've been in the league too long for this shit.
I left some seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury alive. I let my means of being dissolved. I let my person curl up and die. Eating up his innards and unfeasible anxiety is brutally committed to relinquishing his privacy, aligning with the trials of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And there were colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to
So what you think about the Super Bowl, man?
What I think?
Yeah.
You gotta worry about what you trying to do defensively.
Dude, I feel like I was so pissed. Like, 2 of those interceptions, I hit the wrong fucking button. Like, I seen somebody else open, and I hit the wrong fucking button. Then the fumble, hell yeah. I had a fumble where the damn tight end was open across the middle. Oh my God, he was open in the end zone. And I couldn't get him the ball. I'm like, dude, I did everything right except the red zone. Everything.
Keep the ball, and score. You didn't score.
Yeah.
That's all we had to do was hold the ball. Yeah, that. You did that. You just didn't score. That's what it was. Yeah, you got the ball.
And I kept getting down there. I kept getting down
Yeah, I know. But you didn't function in it. That's all you had to do. It would have changed the dramatics of the game.
there. Exactly. So I said, I figured
You
them out,
played an
man.
excellent game. The first 2 weeks. I mean, two quarters.
I don't know how he was getting the edge. I don't know how he was getting that left edge. I noticed he stopped running that damn counterplay though. That's been working.
Who's winning?
That boy.
Yeah?
He said he's gonna play tomorrow morning.
That boy connection?
He opened the he started the league.
How is he gonna start tomorrow morning on the zone right now?
He's doing something. That last interception I threw on that short curl, I ran that play to see how it would look, and then I stared down the receiver. I was looking at that receiver the whole time. And when I threw it, I was
Oh, Keelan in my division. Yeah. That don't take you.
yo, you playing?
Yeah, I know it will, but I haven't played it.
Like, it's good for me. I don't feel like it's just, it would be if I could, if I had to worry about cap penalties, because I could trade away Taylor.
Cap penalty?
Huh? Yeah, we're not getting rid of cap penalties in this league. I want to. But I can't, my team would be totally different. Right now I'm 21. I got 21 million in cap penalties this year, and then I got fucking 52 million next year.
So we got 7.
Yeah. Now we told everybody.
No, I didn't know that. They don't know.
Cause you know me, that man, Tyrod would have been gone. I mean, he got nice speed and all that, but I like to play young. You ain't that bad.
How much?
You got 11. I got 22 million in cap. I only got 11. And I got 50 the second year, 2017. You only got 18. I think Cleveland got a lot of cap penalties, and Joe got a lot of cap penalties too.
I like that, though. You gotta keep going. I like that, though. Okay. Anybody in this league good? Besides the normal?
I ain't seen them yet.
I like that. We do the best job well, we're gonna do this. Okay.
You mean no cap penalties clearance? But we normally clear.
No clearance. I like it. Keep it together.
But that's what we said. We said after the third year we weren't gonna do it no more. That's what I asked you today, was after the second or third year that I don't know.
I don't know, I played it.
I did too. I think this is the third year going in, so after this year we won't play it. My young boys is getting after your ass, bro.
Are you talking about the game?
Yeah, the highest overall I got on my defensive line, the highest overall I got is a 74.
Listen to it.
I had to.
I know you was doing.
Stop. I had to. I know my weakness.
Great. I had a couple of them open, but you got to.
Yeah, I kept trying. Every time I close my eyes, I got it. There was a couple times I messed it up. I thought it was giving to somebody else.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I
came from the clouds. I'm a human.
Why?
I'm a human now, but I used to be. I used to be a raindrop. Word up. I'm really
So
good
that's
at
what we
putting
said we was
words
doing
up.
for this
I make
week,
them
because
levitate and
it's so
circle with the
slow.
birds. I don't need to force it. I let it occur. Whatever occurs. Thank you.
I feel like the brawl go by way faster.
Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate.
Three in this one.
I'm just trying to relate. 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 It's come out like a power within him. I get down like gravity, rap, rackety, rappers, and raps rapidly follow the rabbit into the rapids of being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and rivets into the sky. I'm a rebel, feeling riveting, rhythm and clear eye, and vigorous, spinner right to the rhythm, widow to side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect them. I don't expect a special, ain't special. I don't expect nothing. I'm just really glad I can say something. That's a blessing. Ain't no stress
back there.
my presence. But sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying to relate. I'm just trying to relate. I'm just trying to relate.
Give me a problem, dude.
I'm gonna do the line up
You know, the same shit that boy did. I was in the same defense you hit me with the outside.
I was throwing you off.
I was like, I'm not doing that shit no more. Huh?
I said, I was throwing you off.
I'm not doing that shit no more. You done with your shit? What you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing now?
No, I'm just doing here.
Huh?
I said, I was just sitting here going through different stuff.
You done?
Yeah. What you about to do?
I got one more in there.
You want to play online?
You don't like.
This aching pain when you're away, like a
And 3 times.
Yeah, go ahead.
One, 2, 3. Good? You want?
Oh, no, I just hit them buttons. Oh, sweet. I can stay with you.
Supposed to be winning. Dummy.
Do that.
Green. Good. Yeah, it's front four is stupid, man.
I don't use it off the line.
No,
Good defense.
exactly.
At every
He's
level.
supposed to be winning. He's supposed to be winning.
This is what I'm playing with when we should leave around again.
Playing with the Vikings?
Yep.
We don't like Teddy.
He done. Come on.
Like that.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Vikings going up against the Eagles. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Caleb Sturgis now to do the honors and get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. Bradford now to throw on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But, boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Here again is McKinnon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
So on fourth down, the Vikings will call on their punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. Sproles, the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Carry for Ryan Matthews. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, Ryan Matthews. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, It's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
All right, now got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely. Still got a lot of life left in those legs. Wentz now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Wentz again here on second and 10. Got him in. Open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On first and 10, Bradford, screenplay, McKinnon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. One receiver left, two to the right. Time running out here on the play clock. Now Bradford on second down. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Connor Barwin in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
You can almost see the wheels turning for the offensive coordinator there. Edge pressure you want to use against them. Oftentimes when they get into the backfield, they're disrupting things. But if they get there too quickly, you can actually slip the ball to a runner and get past them. That didn't happen on that play, though.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And the Vikings pick up the football.
He touched it.
And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll come out in the pistol. Bradford on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there, and it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play.
Oh, my God.
They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case,
really?
they managed to get it done. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Bradford to throw it. And this is incomplete. Well, Charles, one thing that had you and I chuckling after Week 9 was Marquette King, the Raiders punter.
Tell the truth, you weren't chuckling. You were cracking up.
I was cracking up, doing a little dance, and after the game, he said he was just trying to imitate that Von Miller dance in the Madden commercial.
Yeah, he said, hey, you know, got to get your own due, right? And make sure it goes viral. And indeed, it did.
And then he started riding the pony at the end there.
He's doing it all. But you know something? He deserves to. He's having a heck of a year punting the football for the Oakland Raiders.
Ertz has it left side. Boy, it was a good week for Stanford tight ends. Austin Hooper, Levine Toilolo got into the end zone for Atlanta. And Zach Ertz, he had a great game for Philly.
And these guys stick together as a fraternity, too. I had a game a few weeks ago and saw Zach Ertz, and he started asking me questions about the other guys. Have you seen this guy? Have you seen that guy? Amazingly enough, they were all Stanford tight ends. They stick together really well, and they play well, too.
They'll come out in the pistol. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. Wentz now to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Now Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Finding time. He's going to slink. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Let's go. Green 39.
And here we go on 1st and goal. A handoff left. It's Ryan Matthews. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Let's go. Green 39 Philly. Here we go. Over. Here we go.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Robinson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with 1st and goal. I have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on 3rd down.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and it's 4th down. So now on 4th down, the Eagles will hand things over to their field goal kicker, and that's Caleb Sturgis. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will make our score 9-0. Maybe an anxious moment or two when the ball was on its way, but he does find a way to curl it in.
Oh, yeah, that one definitely hugged the left upright, but he got it to go.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Connor Barwood in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Brief break in the action here. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Second down, Bradford. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down after a good game. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now a second down throw for Bradford. The left side caught by Diggs. 13 catches for Diggs in Week 9. First time he's topped double digits in receptions in his short 2-year career.
And he did go for 80 yards, and I think that's going to be an interesting deal for Minnesota going forward because with the offensive line hurting and in flux a little bit, they want to throw those quick passes out to the receivers on the perimeter and hope they can break tackles and make big plays downfield.
And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
Now Bradford. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll throw again. Bradford, he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
I said I knew you weren't going to be ready for that one. I didn't throw that one on the ball.
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Back out now come the Philadelphia Eagles, and we noted earlier they're 4-4. It's interesting. They started 3-0, a couple great wins in there, one over the Steelers, but now they've lost 4 or 5. What do you make of this team?
I still think this is a very good, much improved Philadelphia team over last season. I think that they can do things on offense that they couldn't do before just by style. And defensively, they're much more rested, so they play better. But they're in a really tough division. Going into last weekend, every team in the NFC East was above 500. The only division in the NFL that could boast that number.
They begin the drive with Ryan Matthews. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Sharif Floyd makes a stop.
The problem.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Wentz now on first down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a Philadelphia first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
1st and 10. Here's Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Be having dudes that be reading this shit.
Ryan Matthews, 43 yards. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now it's a bootleg with Bradford. He'll buy some time right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jordan Hicks in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
This is the slowest quarterback.
Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. 3rd and long for Bradford. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Triple team, bro. How you bumping with 3 people?
Bro.
You bump one dude with 3 people.
Now Bradford on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Connor Barwin getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Bradford from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. Now 4th down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles take possession. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
He's going to let this one go deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed. Lucky 56.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way.
Crazy,
really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They come out here in the eye.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now Ryan Matthews on third down. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gets him the first before he's brought down.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Let's go. 3-19.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Dorial Green Beckham, and now it's second down.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're a man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed. Leopard. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit. Tighten up. Tighten up.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Wentz now to throw. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
All right, here we go.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Gun, gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Now, let's go. Green, 39. Leopard. Leopard.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make this a second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
No. Check. Patriot. Let's go. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Back down to that Philly. Here we go. Here we go now. Blue, landed. Blue, landed.
Again, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete here. He was looking to hit Ryan Matthews there out of the backfield. And now it's third down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Wentz on third down. He's got time. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
That's going to frustrate the coaching staff a little bit as they dialed up the deep shot, but they weren't on the same page on that play. Heck, I don't think they were in the same book. I think he thought he was going to do something else, ends up throwing it over the sidelines. Well incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's go. Number 19. 3, Leopard. Leopard.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. He's going to go up top again. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And now out come comes Minnesota. And with this deficit, he can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. When offenses dial up big shots downfield, not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target. Deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Now we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90. Z. Black 58, Will. Black 58, Will. Z. Black 58, Will. Black 58.
A second down throw for Bradford. Toward the left sideline, but
sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away. But oftentimes, in practice, it goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. On third down, Bradford. And now another one thrown incomplete. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Bradford on fourth down.
No, take that.
It's
what are we
incomplete.
doing?
Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Wentz now on first down. It's complete left side to Aguilar. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a second down. And now they're in the hurry up.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
All the elements of what you want out of a play came together on that one. A really nice run, took care of the football, and even more importantly, taking the clock under 4 minutes now. At this stage of the game, how do you bleed out the clock, take care of the ball, and make sure the other team doesn't have a chance to come back on you? You're looking at your sheet, how many timeouts are left, how many runs do we need to close it out? That's what the coach is looking at right now. Situational football, trying to gain a victory.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Robinson in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Yeah, man.
Wentz to throw on second down. Backing up. Ertz over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 19 yards there on the pickup. And it'll be third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Wentz going to try and throw on third. Muscles him off. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey. Now let's go. Blue, 90. Blue. Mike 54. Mike 54. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Time for a break. And that
No
is
flag?
incomplete.
Wow.
We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Go.
And it was uncatchable because the quarterback did that shit really well.
Yeah, get out of here. No flag?
No need.
No need for the flag?
Bradford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's second down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw.
And he's going to be ripped up and driven down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Bradford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's Bradford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly picked off there. It would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception.
Don't do it.
What do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Second down now after the incompletion. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Bradford to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And it's third down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Bradford. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Desperation time. Bradford on 4th down. And this is intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen.
And Intercepted.
good
Maybe
pick.
the turning point they need. Terrence Newman with a pick. And now out comes Minnesota. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45.
It's always interesting to watch a player fight his own instincts, because when you're a ball carrier, you're taught to fight for every inch, every yard. But in this situation, the smart play was to get out of bounds, and that's exactly what he did.
Bradford on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second down, Bradford again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Third and long for Bradford. And he can't come up with a pick.
What are you
Nearly
doing?
his second of the game. Instead,
Come on,
fourth
man.
down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country
I
roads.
certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love it.
And no, it's incomplete.
This motherfucker
They
right
had
here,
to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Second down following the run.
Come on, man.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good.